Hello and welcome to TechRadar's new guide on how to choose the best new smartphone. Now, this isn't your basic rundown of features, as we know that TechRadar's audience already knows its phones. This is your chance to get expert advice on how to really uncover what all those specs, features and extras really mean, and how understanding them can get you the perfect smartphone. Usually here we suggest that you stick with what you know. You don't want to have to teach your mum how to use Android when you've already spent weeks explaining the iPhone. But that doesn't mean that you should follow the same advice. Most people think they've bought too many apps or pieces of content to ever leave an operating system. But in reality, the cost of transferring is low, and it's not hard to relearn a new OS. So if you decided there's no way you can ever leave BlackBerry or Apple, think again. There's a whole world out there waiting to be explored. Now, there's a misconception that you have to have a full HD screen and the largest phone on the market to be future-proofed. While it's true that many of the best phones out there are large with 1080p screens, it doesn't mean that you have to follow suit. If you're someone who loves to read websites or has loads of HD content to pop on their device, then yes, a full HD display is undoubtedly the way to go. But even 720p screens are more than high-res enough for day-to-day use, plus you get the benefit of added battery life too. It makes us sad that smartphones these days are becoming more of a spec race than ever before. There's a belief that if you don't have a quad-core phone, you'll be outdated within a month. But think about what you really want to use it for. Quad-core is great if you're going to do a lot of heavy lifting, such as video or photo editing, but for browsing the web or playing video, it's not really needed. Here's our tip. It's way more important to have a decent whack of RAM to keep things running smoothly, so look for 2GB where possible. And forget about the CPU, it's the GPU that matters, so make sure you go for a decent brand and level. Adreno 320 is a good place to start, and you'll get even better battery life to boot. The battery in your phone is an easy one to work out. Bigger is always better. But don't be put off by fatter handsets that offer a bigger power pack. I mean, look at the HTC One with its curved back. It's a larger device, but it fits more nicely into the hand. You want your phone to keep chucking away throughout the day, so make sure you don't get too caught up in having the thinnest handset on the market. At sub 7mm, it really does become irrelevant. Now, this is a key one. Make sure you've got enough onboard storage before buying a phone. It doesn't matter if it comes with oodles of cloud space and a microSD card slot. Make sure you go for a 32GB option at least, especially if you're using an Android phone. Now, the reason is not only does the OS take a huge amount of space, but apps are getting massive these days. So over time you either have to delete things you've already paid for, or get creative with space if you go for a 16GB option. Even if you're not someone who watches loads of video or listens to a lot of music, most people never delete photos or home videos off their device, which can also take the space. So if there's a bigger option, paying more to get it is a great idea. So stay tuned to TechRadar for all the latest phone news, reviews and features, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the greatest videos too. TechRadar.